Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Husqvarna YTH 2454 riding lawnmower. Has a 24 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine in it. It's a 44 cubic inch. Anyways, all summer long they'd mow their lawn, and when they'd want to mow their lawn the next time, the battery would be dead. So they'd charge up the battery, and the battery's not even a year old. They bought it last fall. They kept on doing that. Then this last time they were mowing, they're halfway through the yard. It has a PTO clutch system on it. Anyways, the blades quit running. They couldn't figure it out. So they brought it here, and we're gonna do some testing. More likely the alternator or the voltage regulator is bad on it, but we're gonna do some testing and see if we can't get it figured out. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, the first thing I tried, I charged the battery up. The bolts are really corroded, so I cleaned everything off, and I put new bolts in on the battery cables. So I'm gonna start it up, and I'll show you what I'm gonna use. It's a battery load tester. But then on this side over here, it says a charging system. So when it's gonna be running, that needle, if it's gonna be charging, is gonna be in that green section between like 13.5 volts to 15 volts. Is going to be in that little green area. That's going to tell if it's charging. If it's going to be in the red or lower, it means it's not charging. Then we're gonna go over here, test the voltage regulator, then we'll test the alternator, and that's how we'll know what's bad on it. So I'll go ahead and start it up here. See, it's not charging. So I'll put my tester on. And now we're going to test the voltage regulator and the alternator. Well, the alternator is definitely not charging. That's these two black wires right here. It goes under the flywheel. Well, I'll show you when we take it apart. But it's a round circle that has a bunch of copper coiled up around it. So that's why the batteries are going dead. Especially when you have a system with electric clutch. It drains more juice versus a manually operated deck. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the top housing off. We got to take the flywheel off just to get to the alternator. But it's not that bad of a job. If you just take your time, pretty much anybody can do it. So I'll go grab some tools. Okay, we'll go ahead and take the air filter top off. There's a screw in there we got to unhook or take out. Okay, we got this little screw right here we got to take out. If you don't take this out, you won't be able to slide this thing up. Then we got these 3/8 inch bolts, 3 on each side. You don't take them all the way out. You take them like halfway out, then you can slide them. You can slide the cover off then. See, they have like a little lip on them, so you screw them out part way, then you can slide the thing up. Then we gotta take this cover off. Number 5/16. And this whole top will slide off. And this bolt right here is 1.25 inches. It's nuts, 1.25 inches. And we gotta take this fan off of them, or 1/2 inch. That slides right off there. We'll grab the impact and pop that nut off. Take the nut and the washer off. That's like using one of these pullers here. So like a harmonic balancer puller. It's a universal puller. They don't cost that much money. That's all you gotta do. And here's our alternator right here. It don't look burnt, but there could be there's a coating on top of that copper, and sometimes they'll get hot and that coating will melt off and the copper wires will short together and it'll cause a short in it. We gotta take this plate out here. There's four torques. We'll just slide it out that way we can get to our wires. And I'll pop this alternator off. There's 4 1/4 inch screws. It just pops right off there. And there we go. That's your alternator for the engine. And another thing you need to check on these flywheels, sometimes you could have a cracked magnet under there. Here's all these magnets. See how packed full of junk this is here? There could be a fragment of a piece of metal shorting out 2 magnets that could even cause it too. So we're gonna go ahead and blow this out really good, and I'll show you what it looks like clean. Okay, I cleaned up the inside of the flywheel. I got all the dirt out of there and everything. Because sometimes all that grass in there, and you get like a sliver of metal in there, and it actually could short that out too. So it's always good to clean your magnets up really good too. When I looked up the alternator for this, so I thought I had one, but I must have used it last week when I did this to another lawnmower. But they said it's on back order till the end of August, first part of September. But good thing for me, when I tear apart blowed up motors and stuff, I always save all the good parts. So this one here, this came out of a 44 cubic inch Briggs. And there's nothing wrong with it, so we're just gonna go and put this on. Just go ahead and push it into place. You can push it down and it won't move. That's how you know you got it in the right spot. And we'll put this on. put our two housing bolts back in. And when you put your flywheel key in, make sure there ain't no nicks or lines on it. If it has like lines or something on it, go ahead and replace it. So it has to be perfect or else it'll throw it off time. Go ahead and put it in the spot there. Put our fan back on. This washer is kind of cone shaped too. I don't know if you can see it on here, but the cone goes towards the top, so it's like a locking washer actually. Pop that voltage regulator off. When I use used parts like this, I like to use the whole system. I like using the alternator and the voltage regulator, like tie them together. I don't know why I do that. That's just what I like doing because I knew it worked before on the other motor. It was like this here. Okay. Plug this in. This goes into the wire housing. And that's what goes to the battery. That's what charges it up. So before I put the top on and everything, I'm going to go ahead and start it up. And put that battery tester on the top. And see if it's charging. So let me grab that real quick. Like I said, if this don't work, sometimes one of the magnets in the flywheel could be bad too. That's why I went and cleaned all that stuff out of the magnets on the flywheel, just to cover all the bases. I'm gonna be kind of far away from the camera, but when I get on there, like I said, this needle should be in that green section right over here. So let me go ahead and start this up. It's in the green. So it's charging again. So it was the alternator. Like sometimes when you pull them alternators off, you'll be able to see a burnt spot on them. And that's because if you have a dead battery and you're running it and the alternator's working twice as hard to get that battery charged up. And like I said, these are all copper wires right here. They got like a varnish coating on them. And if this gets hot, you know, that varnish can melt away, and these wires are wrapped so many times for a specific reason for charging. If there's a short, it's not going to properly charge. I'm just gonna tell the customer that I had to put a using on because the other one I won't be able to get another one for at least a couple of months, and this should work till then, if even longer. But I wouldn't go ahead and ordered one. So let me get this thing put back together again and call her good. Make sure it slides down. And we gotta put this little screw back in here. Air filter still looks pretty clean. Hook up the lights. Anyways, I hope this video helped you out. I appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Anyways, thanks for watching. You have a good afternoon.